Good morning. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to this year's 2022 Career Education Awards. We have 109 seniors this year to showcase and talk a little bit about and celebrate their what they have accomplished not only this year but over 4 years. So the first thing, because we live in this cell phone world, please turn off the ringer, put it away, especially for my youngsters. I can't tell you parents what to do, but youngsters, put those away for the next hour, and let's celebrate each other and not worry so much about what's going on in the rest of the world. First, I'd like to say, stand up, Ms. Smith. We've got to thank Ms. Tammy, because none of this happens without her, so we got to make sure we thank her. So a few introductions I'd like to start out with. Ms. Wolpe, principal of Richmond High School. Mr. John Weber, president of the school board. Dr. Curtis Wright, superintendent, RCS. Rod Maddox, career pathway specialist. A few other people I'd like to thank. John Cook, who runs Civic Hall for us. A thank you to Jim Russell for putting together the slideshow. Thank you, Jim. Also, I'd like to thank Ms. Jennifer O'Brien, Ms. Karen Scalf, Ms. Meg Hinkey, Ms. Huber, and last but not least, Ms. Porter, for all of you coming and supporting our children today. Thank you. At this time, I would like Carson Hensley, Mike Jones, Jamie Perez, and Kenneth Moore to stand up, please. These young men are going to the military. Let's give them a round of applause. Also at this time, I'd like to invite Carson to the stage to lead us in the pledge. I'm proud to do that as the director and as Uncle Rusty, so come on up, Carson. For everybody, please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank
you. At this time, we have one of our student speakers, our only student speaker, coming up. Come on, Esther. There's a few of us in here, because Miss Wolpe and I have been around here for a long time. We've watched Esther grow up at a very young age when her mother, Mrs. Etherington, came and started working here. So it's a treat today to bring Esther up and share a few words with you. Thank you.
August 8th, 2018. Many of us had no idea where we were going or what we were doing. Nervous about getting a seat at lunch, the cram-packed intersection of four corners, or not being able to find a class. That first day of high school seems so long ago, yet it seems like yesterday. Despite this, we found out a few things very quickly. Number one, Miss Wolpe is always ready to give you a hug during passing period at the main office. Number two, practically nobody can beat Baker and Amix in spike ball. Between balancing classes, extracurricular activities, and future plans here recently, those worries back then seem kind of funny. But in all seriousness, these last 4 years have not been easy. Let's face it, a global pandemic, challenging life circumstances, and everything in between, our high school experience has been anything but normal. Whether you are going into higher education, heading into the workforce, or serving our country in the military, don't let today be your biggest accomplishment. A couple of weeks ago, at Academic Excellence, in a situation very similar to this, with lots of people, nice clothes, and awards, I was so nervous to trip up the stairs because, knowing me, I would trip in my high heels. When I told Dr. Wright this, he looked at me and he said, "Well, if you fall on that graduation stage in a few months, I'll pick you up and we'll laugh about it later." Although this is funny, it is true. Surround yourself with others who will pick you up after you fall. Times of failure produce even better times of success. I encourage you to be resilient, strive to stand up for others who cannot stand up for themselves, and always remember the people who helped get you to where you are now. Class of 2022, take what you've learned and go make your mark on the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther. So just a few things before we get started with passing out the portfolios. So we all sit here, all 109 of us, and everybody knows you're in different career education program, but who are we? What are we made up of? Well, we know we have firefighters, we know we have construction workers, we know we have future teachers, future people in the medicine world, and it goes on down the line. You can read it through the program. But what are we made of this year? I think about, just looking at some of the students who've crossed this stage. I saw this weekend Jordan Christian crossed this stage. He was in biomed at one point. He just finished up his nurse practitioner's degree. I think about A.J. Sickman, who stood here with me, and as a joke, I gave him a $1 scholarship, and the picture still hangs in my office, and he's now an attorney downtown. So where are you going to go next? I feel very confident in all of you. I think about, we have 109 plus our co-op students for 133 students that are involved in the career education programs every day in a block manner, not just our 1-hour courses. And that accounts for 53% of the graduating class at RHS. We also have 14 valedictorians this year at RHS, and I'm proud to say that 10 of you are either in BPA or one of our 3-hour blocks. It's pretty awesome. As Esther referenced, academic excellence. You had to have a 3.7 GPA or better to stand on this stage a few weeks ago. There were 69 of you. 44 of you sit here today. Very proud of it. That's who we are. When you think about who we are made up all different walks of life, and that's why I love my job. It's not easy to love your job. I can promise you 2 people in this room do. The lady sitting behind me, promise you she loves her job. And I love coming every day. Not that you don't all make me mad some days, and I share that with you. But I do love coming here every day and watching you grow up. It's awesome to do. Dual credits, we'll earn over 1,000 this year easily, just in the Career Center and in Richmond High School, Northeastern and Randolph Southern. Earned high school diplomas. 50 of you, half of you, have earned either a technical honors diploma or an academic honors diploma. Congratulations to you. Each year we go off and we compete in some of our different academic areas in the Career Center. One of them is BPA. We had 17 students this year that qualified for state. We had 13 go to Texas for nationals. And Molly Mendenhall, who's sitting in an AP exam right now, who is also a valedictorian, she was a 4-time national qualifier. And if I remember right, Ms. Selm, there's only 2 of those. She's one of those 2 in the 20 years I've been here. 18 students qualified for state competition in HOSA. In Skills USA, 14 qualified for state competition, and Madison Owens and Jacob Good, stand up, they finished 3rd in EMT for the whole state of Indiana. Congratulations. So throughout the spring semester, Mr. Maddox has met with the majority of you to talk about what's your future plans. And out of the 109 of you, roughly 65 said you're going to attend college, and 41 of you are going to attend in the area you're studying right now. Obviously, the 4 stood up for the military, and out of the workforce, we had 24 go in the workforce and 14 in the area you are right now. That makes me proud. Congratulations, guys. Give yourself a round of applause. This year we have obviously a lot of students going to work every single day. We thank Wetzel, we thank Greens Fork Tire, we thank John Deere, Stevens Wire, H&P, Richmond Building Supply. We thank Belden for the 3-hour internships that they have. That's not to mention the students that we have in the ICE program and the internship program, which account for another 30 students out in our businesses. So thank you to all the businesses. It's easy to look on the back here and thank everybody that donated to us in the scholarship. And I'll finish up by saying this. This is a quote from Steve Jobs. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Don't settle right here. I stood up here for academic excellence and talked about the rearview mirror and looking out the windshield. You guys have accomplished a lot right here. Don't stop. Don't stop. I know we got future doctors, future attorneys, future carpenters. I know somebody's going to be fighting a fire, possibly saving our lives in EMT, future teachers. It goes on down the line. We're going to have people designing houses, radio, TV. We have a lot of people out here that are going to make a difference. You be part of that. And don't settle. Keep climbing that ladder. We're proud of you. Always remember we love you. And remember, 2022, we only got about 7 days left. Let's finish strong. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. At this time, I'd ask Ms. McCummins to come up. She teaches agriculture. Come on, McDivitt. She teaches agriculture at Northeastern, and Carson this year is one of our students that decided to go there. So if everybody take their place, Carson, go the other way. We don't want to mess up everybody. Go the other way. So each time. So next will end up being Mr. Summy. So when Mr. Summy comes up, all the students come up, stand down there, and then we'll call your names. We're down here, guys. There you go.
Good morning, everyone. As Mr. Ensley said, my name is Miss Allison McCummins, and I'm one of the new ag teachers at Northeastern High School. Some of the classes I teach at Northeastern, we teach food science, animal science. We have an introductory for agriculture, and then we have some plant classes and natural resources class. And I've had the privilege of having Carson McDivitt in 3 of those classes. He was in my food science, animal science, and then he was in my intro class as well. So, Carson, you want to go ahead and come on up? So, like I said, I've had the privilege of meeting Carson for the first time, as well as the other students at Northeastern, and I could not have asked for a better group of students to start my first year off with. Carson has been a joy to have in class. He is very spontaneous. He also brings new ideas to the class, and I could not have asked for a better student for my first year, and I'm going to miss you next year. Just keep me in the loop of what you're doing. You know the drill of what I tell you every day. So, congratulations, Carson. I also forgot to present in this, our school at Northeastern, we give out FFA cords to the seniors, and so Carson will be getting his FFA cord today as well. So I would like now to ask to the stage Mr. Josh Sumi.
Hello, Josh Summy, Automotive Technology. We had a wonderful year here at Richmond High School. We had record numbers of students working. Many of our students worked in many different types of places, including factory type settings, as well as everything from an ag type mechanics role to, our main provider of jobs in regards to shop work, which is Wetzel's. We also put on 3 car shows this year, which is really exciting because we've been definitely wanting to get out and make that happen. So as these individuals come up, as they're walking across the stage, know that they are not only individuals that are working, but they're also individuals that are working towards their future. Each of these individuals will have a technical certificate from Ivy Tech Community College, and that's pretty exciting. So not only are they our high school students, but they're also college students as well. Our first student is Jacob Haynes. Worked at Belden. Our next student is Carson Hensley. Worked at Wetzel, plans to be in the Army. Our next student is Brennan Jones. worked at Belden. We now have Colleen Ledbetter, worked at Wetzel's. We have next Ashlyn Longfellow, worked at Wetzel's. Bernice Narcisse, plans to be a pilot. Jason Pitts, worked at Wetzel's, attending UNOH. Noah Thomas, worked at Wetzel's. Christian Williams, worked at Belden. And we have an individual completing 1 year in our program, and that is Micah Mann. Micah Mann worked at Belden and plans to be in the Army. He's actually going up one rank whenever he enters. The next individual coming up will be Nathan Kindig with his construction trades class. Thank you.
A little shorter than Mr. Somey. Good morning. As Mr. Somey said, I'm Mr. Kindig. I am the construction technology teacher here at RHS. It is an honor and a pleasure to get to do this. I've worked in construction my entire life. I love it. And being able to pass it on to these young students right here has nothing short of amazing. We have a saying here in construction, what we build here lasts forever. Sometimes it takes to the very last day to figure out exactly what that means. It's not just the things that you built, not just the structures, not just the knowledge, but the relationships and friendships that you also build as we go through all these programs. These students, all of them have been at least 2 years in my program, some of them 3, some of them 4, but I'm proud of each and every one of them as they head off into the world. With that said, I'd first like to honor Connor Hickel. Trenton James is not able to be with us this morning. We also have Tomathan McDaniel. Christian Rogan, 4-year construction student. Garrett Smith. Angel Telez, also a 4-year student. Angel is currently employed at Richmond Builder Supply. And Nicholas Weaver. Nick is also a 4-year construction student. Nick has also gone to Skills USA 2 years in a row and is qualified for state 2 years in a row. Next, I'd like to call up Miss Tasha from cosmetology.
Good morning. This is going to be short and sweet. It's there. So these girls are they're trying to finish up their last of their hours. Miss Sophia Bergfield will be our first to graduate. Come on. We can do this. Good job. Next is Kylie Gardner, which I don't think she's here today. Tamia Hampton. Caitlin Johnson. Michaela Marshall. I don't believe she's here today either. Monica Seguara Miller. And then Miss Anna Bay Spencer. Okay, who is next? So next up would be Adam Shank from the Drafting Technology. Thank you.
Good morning. As she said, I'm Adam Shank. I teach drafting technology here at Richmond High School. I have 4 students that were with me, have been with me for 3 years now. They're both a 2-year senior. Unfortunately, 3 of them were not able to be here this morning. Curtis Flanagan was one. Michael Jones, which Michael's going into the Army. And Carson LaFuse, which he was victim to an unfortunate golfing accident over the weekend. Dislocated his left knee on the golf course. So, my 4th person will be Carl Owens. Good job, Carl. All right, I also have 5 seniors that completed 1 year with me in my drafting program. Nicholas Fulton. Jesus Guzman Robles. Jesus was also one of my interns at Belden this year. Malachi Lohmiller, he wasn't able to be with us this morning. We also have Kenneth Moore. And last but not least, Sam Roller. Sam was also a Belden employee. I also have one lady in the audience, Natalia Hampton. She was with me for all 3 years that I've worked here, so give her a round of applause. Up next will be Denise Selm with Education Professions.
Good morning. My name is Denise Selm, and I'm the Education Professions Coordinator here at Richmond High School. I have these students, they report to me once a week, and the remaining days they're out in their assigned buildings with their supervising teachers. So I spend a lot of time out in the school system with young students in the elementary and middle schools with RCS. I asked their supervising teachers to write a little bit about each one of them, so I'll go through it quick as they walk across the stage. And I really appreciate all of the supervising teachers that take their time to work with these students to give them that experience out in the classroom. And I think they all had an amazing opportunity this year. And we will start with Judah Belcher. Judah was with Mr. Lucy and Miss Washington at Hibbard. Judah Belcher has been a leader and role model for the band students at Hibbard. He goes out of his way to help the struggling student, asks inquisitive music questions, and has made my job so much easier. He will be dearly missed, and even today the kids are asking, "Where's Judah?" With Miss Washington, it was wonderful to have my former early college student, Judah Belcher, be my cadet teacher this school year. His presence was very valuable to my current early college students, as they can see someone who went through the program and was willing to come back and serve our Hibbard community. I'm so proud of Judah and can't wait to see what he does next after high school. Judah plans to continue his education at Ivy Tech Community College. Ashley Clark. Mrs. Sutherland at Charles. Ashley has been a vital piece in our kindergarten classroom this year. Her soft-spoken demeanor and compassion were her best attributes in working with the students. I appreciate her willingness to step right in to assist with copies, assessments, and any other needs. It's been a pleasure watching this young lady grow from a kindergartner to a senior. She is going to be the best kindergartner teacher, and I can't wait to see what she will accomplish. Ashley plans to continue her education and elementary education at Purdue. Esther Etherington. Mrs. Van Middlesworth and Mrs. Weiss at Hibbard. Esther showed us her dedication to learning about the teaching profession each week. She jumped in and participated in every aspect of the classroom with an observant, caring, and enthusiastic spirit. Esther plans to continue her education and elementary education at Franklin College. Ellie Penrod. Mrs. Penrod at Fairview. Ellie has been a wonderful cadet teacher. She has built relationships with the students and is a great help to them. Ellie does especially well with students who are struggling to follow expectations. Her work with small groups has helped my students make tremendous growth this year. We have loved having her in our classroom. Ellie plans to continue her education in psychology this fall at Taylor. Megan Redder. Mr. Hollingsworth at Star. Megan did a tremendous job for me this year. She was very professional. The kids really enjoyed working with her. Megan plans to continue her education in Spanish education at Ball State. Olivia Wambo. Mrs. Enderstrott, kindergarten at Fairview. Miss Olivia has been a welcome calmness in my kindergarten classroom. I am so excited for her future as a teacher. She will make a great addition to any elementary school. Olivia plans to continue her education in elementary education at the University of Indianapolis. Mary Zaleski. Mary was with Mr. Higgins at Charles and Westview. It has been an absolute joy to host Mary as an RHS cadet teacher into my physical education classroom. Mary is the true definition and example of what kind and caring is. Our Charles and Westview students absolutely adore her and have truly enjoyed her presence in our classroom. Mary has great initiative and is always willing to lend a helping hand. This has served her well while being a cadet teacher and will also serve her well in her future endeavors. Mary plans to continue her education in exercise science at the University of Indianapolis. Next, we have Mr. Ben Simmons with EMT.
Good morning. I am not Ben Simmons. Instructor Simmons is with me. We come up together, and you'll kind of understand why here in a second. But this morning, we're going to recognize students from the fire rescue and EMT classes. Our program is designed as a 2-year program, but each class can be taken individually. So therefore, we're going to recognize students in the fire rescue class, the EMT class, and then those that have taken both classes together. All of our students that have completed fire rescue class have put in a tremendous amount of work this year, both academically and in skill proficiency. Students have read over 2,000 pages of material and showed proficiency in over 175 skills in hazardous materials and firefighting. Over the last 3 weeks, students have been challenged with several live fire evolutions, live smoke evolutions, and search evolutions. Students that have completed all 175 skills and completed the coursework are now eligible to take their state exams. When successfully completing the 4 exams, students will have certifications as hazardous materials awareness, hazardous materials operations, firefighter 1, and firefighter 2. All of our fire rescue students have been challenged mentally and physically, oftentimes doing things that are outside of their comfort zone, like climbing the 100-foot aerial ladder or climbing through small spaces to rescue a victim. Working in hot temperatures and in heavy smoke conditions as well. It's amazing to watch these students and the challenges as they learn the art of firefighting. Some of our students have found a new career path in the world of fire and EMS. Some of our students have found out that maybe it's not the career path for them, but will serve their communities as volunteers on a volunteer department. As of now, our past students, we have over 70-some students, and about half our students are serving either in fire, EMS, or on a volunteer service somewhere. So our program is putting kids out there. So this morning, I want to recognize 4 students that are seniors and have completed the fire rescue program this year. So I'll bring them up. Steph Douglas. Zach Kenny. Sydney Schaffler. Last but not least, Aubrey Udy. I will now bring up Instructor Simmons.
Thank you for joining us this morning as we celebrate the accomplishments of these outstanding students. The common theme I hear when talking with other people is I wish something like this would have been available to me. We are very fortunate to have this amazing career center and the opportunities it affords our young people. This group truly has embodied what I think the spirit of EMS should be, in that they have formed memorable and lasting bonds between themselves, continually sought to further their knowledge, and mastered their technical skills in order to serve the patients in the best way possible. Between these 9 students, they have completed over 750 hours of clinical time, both on the ambulance and in the emergency department, treating actual medical emergencies for real people. Collectively, they have experienced over 300 patient contacts in the last 10 months. Until you've worked in EMS, you just can't understand what it really means. The general population thinks we're just ambulance drivers, when in fact that couldn't be further from the truth. From managing critical traumatic injuries and stopping life-threatening bleeding to aggressively controlling the airway, including insertion of breathing tubes, to administering life-saving medications that given at the wrong time have the power to end it. There is a lot of knowledge, training, and responsibility that come with this career. Unfortunately, in this profession, burnout is real, and the situations that we are put in and day out absolutely take a toll on our mental health. Traditionally, this has never been something that we talked about, whether it was to not be perceived as weak or for fear of repercussions within our jobs. But thankfully, in the past few years, these issues are being moved to the forefront of responder well-being. Students, please remember what we've talked about in needing to empty your cup on a regular basis. You've built an amazing support network through your connections in this class, please do not ever be afraid to use it. And to those friends and medical first responders all across our country make 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year serving their communities. This year's theme is Rising to the Challenge. This group has continually honored that theme throughout this year. They have already completed their state hands-on skills test. Next week, they will begin taking their National Registry written exam to become emergency medical technicians. Many of these students are already applying to various emergency services in the area. I'm very proud that we'll be moving on from calling each other student and instructor to peers in emergency medical services. Congratulations to all of you. First, we have Chloe Bryant. Chloe also completed fire rescue last year. Shelby Fine, also fire rescue last year. Jacob Good, also fire rescue last year. Brooklyn Harris. Brooklyn completed the Project Lead the Way biomedical program. Mackenzie Laughlin. Aaliyah Martin, also completed fire and rescue. Caden O'Neill. Caden also completed fire rescue. Madison Owens, also fire and rescue. And finally, James Richardson, also fire and rescue. Next, we have Mr. Wilson with Precision Machining. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. First off, I want to thank everyone for coming out, taking their time to spend them here at the high school with our kids. Second of all, couldn't be more proud of my kids. We've had a lot of ups, few downs, but overall, all good, so we're going to keep this short. First up, 2 years in the program, Ira Duff. Next up, Felix Galan. Tyler Jones. DeMarco Owens. Ethan Phillips. Wesley Phillips. Mr. Jamar Scott. And lastly, Paul Zakatelko. And one last person serving 1 year in our advanced program, Mr. Caleb Ponder. I think he's just as nervous as I am coming up here, so. Next up, Sarah Holly with Project Lead the Way Biomedical.
Thank you for being here with us today. This was my first year teaching biomedical science for the Biomedical Innovations class, which is a capstone course. And when I took it on, it was a big thing to take on. I've learned probably as much as my students have this year, and it was a lot of fun to learn alongside them. First up will be Dwani Bhakta. Dwani also completed the CNA program, passing the Indiana CNA license exam. In the fall, she'll be studying nursing at IU Bloomington. Savannah Blair. Savannah will continue on to Carleton College, where she will study biology. Haven Bob. Haven will study nursing at IU East this fall. Kinsey Bozell. Kinsey's going to go to Ohio University, where she will study environmental science and sustainability. Emma Bryant. Emma is going to go to Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis, and she will study forensics. Lydia Cassiano. Lydia will be studying biology at IU Bloomington. Nicholas Cheney. Nicholas will be studying nursing at IU East this fall. Jorge Clark. Jorge will also be attending IUPUI, where he will study biology. Catherine Freeman. Catherine will go on to Butler University, where she will be studying elementary education. Madeline Harrison. Madeline will attend IU Bloomington, where she will study nursing. Marquise Johnson. Marquise will study psychology at St. Francis University. Trinity Jones. Trinity will go on continuing in the biomedical field to study biomedical engineering at Purdue. Sarah Matthews. Sarah will attend Florida Gulf Coast University, where she will study exercise science. Molly O'Brien. Molly's going to study to be a paramedic at Florida Southwest. Audrey Perales. Audrey will study nursing at IU Bloomington. Jeremy Roberts. Jeremy will study biology at Kenyon University. Hayden Scow. Hayden will be studying neuroscience at Earlham University. Haley Shipley. Haley is going to study stenography and ultrasound technology at Ball State University. Mallory Sparks. Mallory will study nursing at IU. Hudson Stoltz. Hudson is going into the pre-dental field at Grace College. Lauren Udy. Lauren is going to study human life science at IU East. Bailey Veach. Bailey has a job starting this summer at Reed Hospital in the lab. And Mary Warner. Mary is going to Purdue to study biomedical health services. Next up will be Mr. Brandon Hilbert with PLTW Engineering.
Hi, I'm Mr. Hilbert, and it's been a pleasure to work with these students most of them for the past 4 years. And I'm excited to see what they will do when they move on from here. First up will be Matthew Elsmeyer. He will be attending Rose-Hulman University in mechanical engineering. Next, we have Molly Gard. Molly Gard will be attending Purdue University in exploratory science. Caden Knight. Caden will be going to Earlham College, studying computer science. Ryan Mills. He'll be attending Indiana University East, music education. Jamie Perez. He'll be attending Earlham College, studying poli-sci. Daley Pippinger. Daley is going to Purdue Polytechnic, Richmond, studying mechanical engineering. Aiden Snedinger. Aiden will be going to Ball State to study architecture. Jay Wang. Jay will be attending Ivy Tech, wants to study automotive. Last but not least, Bridget Reynolds. Bridget was a midterm grad. She's already started at Miami University and has been accepted into the School of Architecture. Up next, we will have radio, TV, broadcasting, and telecommunications, Jim Russell.
Good morning today. Okay, this year I have a small senior class, and next year I'll have quite a few juniors. So I only have one student that completed both years of the radio TV program. That's Noah Foster. Completing 1 year of the radio TV program is Owen Matthews. Chase Newton. And Jordan Sorensen, who unfortunately could not be with us today. Next up, I'd like to introduce Rod Maddox, our career pathway specialist.
First of all, I'd like to take the opportunity to congratulate all of our students. You've been a blast to be around. Really appreciate your achievement. Really proud of all of you. Secondly, I'd like to, as I was telling Dr. Wright, it's a pleasure to be around our instructors. I think we're extremely blessed here at Richmond to have the instructors that we do have, and daily, the interaction is just fantastic. So thank you guys. So we have some money to give out in terms of scholarships. We have a total, I guess I don't want to steal your thunder, but have a total of this year that we're passing out of $9,200. So it's a good haul. As I call your name and you come through, Mr. Hensley will give you your certificates. I would ask you to stay up here on stage, if you would, please. Okay, so starting off, let's do the Jonathan Lawman Memorial Scholarship. This is the big one for $2,000. This goes to Daley Pippinger. Okay, then further on here, the next award is from Miles Richmond and Cummins Electric, and it is for $600, and this goes to Nick Weaver from Construction Technology. The next award goes to, or is sponsored by First Bank and New Era Technology, and it is for $600, and it goes to Sophia Bergfeld. Okay, up next we have an award from Wetzelato and Stoltz Family Dentistry, and it's for $600, and it goes to Jason Pitts from Automotive Technology. Okay, the next award is sponsored by, I keep saying that wrong, Primex Plastics Corporation. It's for $600, and it goes to Owen Matthews from Radio TV program. Okay, the next one is sponsored by NACO Credit Union and Dr. Brad Barrett for $600, Bailey Veach from Biomed. Okay, our next award is sponsored by CIT and Ernst Concrete, and it goes to Ira Duff from the Machine Tool Technology program. Okay, our next award is sponsored by Holland Colors, and it goes to Chloe Bryant from ENT. Okay, proceeding, sponsored by Meridian Health Services. $600 goes to Ashley Clark from Education Professional. Okay, our next award is from Johns Manville and Logue's TLC Pet Hospital for $600. Goes to Carl Owens from the Drafting Technology program. Our next award is from Dot Foods, and it's $600, and it goes to Jacob Good. Our next award is sponsored by Tricappa and Harrington Hoke, and it's for $600, and it goes to Madison Owens from EMS. Okay, and our last award is sponsored by Herf Jones, and it goes to Matt Elsmeyer from BTA Business. So if we could, let's give all these folks a big hand real quick.
Congratulations to everyone. At this time, we're going to ask Ms. Wolpe to come and give closing remarks.
Thank you. Seniors, all of you sitting here today are examples of the success that students can experience at RHS by taking advantage of the many career opportunities, and you all have done that. You will be competing in a global world, and we believe that you are prepared with the 21st century skills to continue to be successful, lifelong learners. As you look around today, I ask that you remember to thank and be grateful for all those that have helped you get here today. The teamwork and support of your families, your friends, teachers, staff, administration, and a community that emphasizes the importance of an education. We value and we appreciate our community partnerships and the scholarships, the opportunities, and the dual credits that they provide our Richmond High School students. I think you know that Richmond Community Schools and Richmond High School has prepared all of you for a future of limitless possibilities. You've heard it a few times today, and I want to emphasize, go out there and do what you love and love what you do. It is how you will fulfill your life's purpose. And if you love what you do and do what you love, you will be successful all of your life. Congratulations, and know how proud we are of all of you, your awards, and your accomplishments. Thank you. And this concludes our program today. Thank you.
One last thing. We're getting ready to go to third period. I know that excites you, but I was talking to a career director in northern Indiana, and they have classes in the afternoon and in the morning, so they're about twice our size. And they're getting ready to do the same awards program this week as we were. And he said, yep, we've raised about $9,000 for scholarships. So we raised $9,000 for scholarships with half of the amount of students. So thank you to all of our sponsorships. And if you see people out there, and then also scholarship award winners, go to Mr. Maddox's office during lunch or after lunch, because you have a thank you notes to fill out, doing the right thing, still teaching every single day. Take care, third period. If you want to take pictures, do so, but don't be late. Have a great day.